Hey, Alicia. All right, get our folks back up there. All right, it's 5 o'clock. I want to call to order the meeting of the Public Safety and Licensing Committee for October 10th. Thank you everyone for being here. The roll call will be that Alder Caprellian is asked to be excused, and Alder Coe is on Zoom, as well as City Attorney Arn. All right, the first item is approval of the minutes from our last meeting. Okay, discussion, omissions, corrections, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries, thank you. See, we're gonna go right down in order to start with here. So the first business item is communication from the Chief of Police requesting to appoint a City of Racine Humane Officer. Come on up. And please introduce yourself officially.
Deputy Chief Jesse McCoyer, Racine PD.
See.
Safety. Court services is my role right now.
All right, so enlighten us.
So we've hired a new CSO, and we would like to appoint him as a humane officer as well, and that will be when he gets his training completed within the next year.
Okay, and what's the implication of a humane officer, if we may?
Humane officers handle a lot of our animal complaints, dog bites, investigations into those incidents.
Okay, don't all of our CSOs do that, or only a subset of them? How's that an impression?
Most of them do, but you have to get approval through the training. So you can be a CSO without being a humane officer.
Okay.
But our goal is to have everyone be a humane officer.
Okay, sounds good. And this is a budget position, or is this?
It's a budgeted position.
Okay. All right. Any questions from anybody then?
No question.
No? All right.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Further discussion on the item, anyone? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. That goes to City Council as well, but I think you're good. Thank you. All right, so we have 3 different license establishments, so we're just going to go through them in order, I think, here then. The first one is a communication submitting application for a Class A retail fermented malt beverage and intoxicating liquor license for the Liquor Depot, 1401, at 1401 Washington. Can we have some calls to speak to it? Yes, please, come on up and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Jarnath Singh.
Okay, welcome, Mr. Singh. We have to swear you in, so not that formal. You promise everything you tell us will be the truth here.
Will do.
Thank you. All right, so with the knowledge that we've all had a chance to review your application, give us a little overview of what you're thinking of here then, all right? So please tell us what you're intending with your appearance here.
This is an existing liquor store, so we're just taking over.
Let's see, transfer
Transfer ownership.
transfer of license as well, City Attorney New?
Well, it wouldn't be a transfer of license, but it's a new applicant. So the old applicant would have surrendered the license conditionally, and this is the new applicant applying. So it's a brand new license.
Okay, has the previous surrendered at this point then, or do we need to make that a condition?
The previous owner has surrendered, so this is the new applicant coming forward.
Okay. I guess I'd ask for the sake of transparency, does anybody have the opportunity to come forward at this point? And Mr. Singh came forward for this? I'm just curious on this one.
You mean specifically to the Public Safety and Licensing Committee?
To apply for the for the license at 1401 Washington, maybe.
So when, and
Thank you.
you can correct me if I'm wrong, but when an applicant or someone that owns a liquor license, they conditionally surrender to a new applicant
Thank
pending
you.
approval from the Public Safety and the Common Council. So at this point in time, the old owner, although current owner, has conditionally surrendered upon Mr. Singh's applicant being approved.
Perfect. Thank you for that clarification.
Does,
Yes, Alicia.
does the new applicant also have to attend one of those, good neighborhood, meetings?
So because this is a Class A license, they did not have to, but if they had been a Class B license, they would have had to attend.
Okay. Alder Code, did you have a question?
That was gonna be my question.
All right. Thank you. Alder Peterson.
Plan on making any changes to the current store, pretty much change of ownership? Yes. Thank you.
Okay, and, background checks were all appropriate?
Correct, no records for the background check.
All right.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay. We have a motion to approve in a second. Any further conversation? All in favor?
All right,
Okay, motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much. This will go to the city council next Tuesday. Is it next Tuesday?
October 17th.
October 17th. Thank you.
Monday.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. All right. Next item, communication for a Class B retail fermented malt beverage and intoxicating liquor license for the Blue at 835 Washington. Please come on up, introduce yourself.
Charles Delotel.
Uh,
Nice to meet you.
Welcome, and, we have to swear you in the same way. Do you promise everything you tell us will be the truth?
Yes.
All right. And we'll start off with the same question. So given that we've all had a chance to review what you want to do, give us the highlights.
Simply, what I want to do is create a place where policemen, firemen, city employees, county employees, municipal workers have a safe, clean, nice place to go, close to their working environment, and take care of the people who look out and take care of our city.
All right, thank you for that. Any questions from anyone on the committee? Looking through it here?
License here real quick, I just
Okay, and then,
trying to find the hours.
in the meantime, I understand that, you're still doing some renovations at this point?
I'm just gonna clean up a little bit, change the flooring, brighten it up with some brighter paint, and just make it more welcoming than it is. To me, it's got that kind of a dark place.
Yes,
Sorry, just a clarification for the record, is it Charles Joel? Is that your name? Just because the
Charles
applicant is...
Delotel.
No,
Delotel.
just your first name is Charles though, right?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I was just making sure because you
Yeah.
were listed on the application for the record. Thank you.
Okay.
right.
Is, Alder has a question. Alder Cole?
Oh, thank you. Alder Cole, please.
not a question so much. I had a chance to visit with the applicant about a month ago and talk to him about a lot of different things. And I'm comfortable with, this license transferring to him. And my question was, did he already have to go through the Good Neighbors meeting, and was everything approved there? Other than that, I'm okay with this.
City Attorney New?
Yes, Mr. De Lotel did attend a Good Neighbors meeting on October 3rd. That was last Monday. We did discuss the business. There are no huge concerns. The only thing I would note is that because he still has to apply for a health department license as well as an occupancy permit, we don't know when the start date will be. So if the committee does approve, I would ask for a conditional approval.
All right, thank you. Did you have anything else, Tara, or was it? Okay, thank you. And all background checks, I assume are good, or we wouldn't be here in the first place?
Correct, we've had no record check, or no record on that.
To address her concerns, I take possession of the building this week.
Okay,
The appraiser just turned it over to my financial people on
okay,
Friday, so I expect to close this week. And then once I take possession of the building, I'll have the health department and the building department walk
Thank you.
through and show me what they need or what they'd like to see, and, take it from there.
Okay. And the explanation of a conditional approval is just in case it goes awry and you aren't able to open for 6 months.
Right.
We don't have to struggle to get the license back from you. It comes back directly to us under that scenario
I
then.
don't foresee that being an issue,
Yeah,
but, you know, you never know, right? So-
exactly. Exactly. Any other questions or?
Question on the hours. It says Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 6 AM to 2 PM. You're gonna be shutting down early on,
I probably, I just put that to protect myself in case I wanna stay open. I don't expect to be open past midnight,
but,
midnight
but
at all.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, it says 2 PM.
And you,
Yes.
it's intended to be
That's the
AM.
normal time,
So it's-
from 6 to 2, correct?
AM.
AM, I put PM.
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
I got it, and I'll show you what you have.
Yeah.
You have AM and a bunch of them, and you have PM for those three.
I don't know.
So you'd be locked into those
I don't
hours.
know. Yeah, that needs to be corrected, obviously.
So I don't-
I
Attorney
have
New, I don't
that
know.
at the PM. I was rushing through it probably.
Yeah. Attorney New, is this something that can be amended here, or is it something he needs to do with the clerk's office?
So that would be up to the committee. You can make the approval with that specific amendment if you'd like to do that. Otherwise, you can require something from him in writing as well.
All right, thank you. Did you have your hand up for something else as well?
I did. Aldrico also asked about the Good Neighbors meeting. I should mention, because Sergeant Ortiz is not here to address the police department issues, there were some issues that were raised at that meeting from the police department. Sergeant Ortiz pointed out that in the past, at that specific locations, which used to operate as Maxine's, there were some issues related to crowds, loitering, noise violations, and fights occurring in the adjacent parking lot, which is part of the premises. And the property is surrounded by residential properties. The noise is a concern. There's also some concern that if the committee were to grant this license with the outdoor patio area, which is currently located in the back, that the noise issues might continue to occur. So Sergeant Ortiz did advise Mr. De Lotel of this situation. So that I wanted to bring that to the committee's attention because Sergeant Ortiz is not here.
Thank you. Raise any questions for anybody at this point?
Just, how do you plan on monitoring the music to make sure
Well,
it gets out of hand? 'Cause
closing-
any neighborhood
They're
bar,
closing the doors at 10 o'clock so that the music isn't coming out, you know,
Okay.
into a public area where it can.
so there won't be any music projected outward after
No,
7
I'm
p.m.?
not gonna let music be on the patio, because I wanna address her concerns. That way, I don't have to worry about disturbing the neighbors after a certain time.
I'm gonna ask the city attorney then, should we be including that as a condition as well? City attorney?
What would you like to include specifically?
I guess we're saying certainly no patio music.
I will
Ever?
not have speakers or music on the patio itself. That's basically a place for, you know, people to go out and cool off after
Smoke.
dancing or to smoke or whatever they wanna do outside without having to leave the premises.
Yes, that would be a reasonable condition to place on the license if the committee finds it appropriate.
Music and
Uh,
amended time.
amended hours, yes, as well. Can you tell us about your security plan then, since especially if the neighbors have been concerned about previous incidents and
I'm planning on adding more cameras outside
Mhm.
and more lighting outside, so I can monitor on the cameras what's going on outside, so if there's something like this, what she's referring to,
Mhm.
happens, I can go out there and disperse those people and tell them they need to leave the property.
Is your intention to, put it this way, to be your own bouncer then, or do you intend
Well,
to hire somebody?
if I
Or
feel
is she with you here?
If I feel the necessity to hire, security, then I'll do so, but I'm gonna feel it out and see how things go. Because again, I'm not gonna be, I know my hours are say to two AM, but I don't expect to be open that late, so hopefully that'll help avoid some of those problems. So that's, and if I need to hire security, then I'll address that, but hopefully that won't be a necessity.
Long time every day. You can, you gonna be hiring a manager as well as yourself,
This
or?
is my manager.
That is your manager. She's a bouncer, we already determined that. Okay, so you guys are more or less alternating shifts, et cetera, then?
Yes.
Okay. All right, thank you. Any other questions? On Zoom, any questions or comments at this point?
Nope, I would vote to approve this.
Okay, as soon as we're gonna make a motion first here, because we have
All
to
right.
cover off a couple there.
All right,
I think,
Sure, I'll do it. Motion to approve a conditional license, with the, conditions of, amending the hours to two AM,
yeah,
6 AM to 2 AM, every day. Sir, is that correct?
Yes,
Okay.
2:30 on Friday, Saturday.
the regular
It's-
closing
Yeah,
time.
just, you're changing Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from PM to AM.
yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, yes, correct. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to 2 AM. And amending to also add, music will be closed off at 10 PM, no speakers on the outdoors.
The doors.
The doors
No
will be
door.
closed.
So,
The doors will be
to
closed at 10
contain any
PM.
music, so it's not
And there'll be
disturbing
no
the
music.
residential people around us.
Oh.
Right.
So not 10 PM, but at all, you said,
I
correct?
won't put any speakers outside.
Okay.
Okay, maybe we better get that motion read back to us to be sure we're all clear on it.
Sure, and one question,
Yes.
are you also approving it conditionally to be open within the next 6 months?
Yes.
Yes.
So a motion to approve conditional, to be open within 6 months, to amend the times, the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday hours from 6 AM to 2 AM, to close the doors starting at 10 PM to not allow music to filter out to the outside, and also to have no patio music, including speakers or a live band outside of the building.
Now, let me ask you this, if it's daytime hours, would it be okay if I had somebody out there playing like an acoustical guitar or something like that, as long as it's not late? Pushing the, limit on serving the neighbors.
Uh,
It kind of gets rid of the
Yeah,
music
that's
outside.
That's different than what you just told us here, so we let's just get it clear, that's all.
Daytime, because we're talking about disturbing the neighbors and being closed by night, not having speakers outside, especially during the evening hours to disturb people. I was just wondering if that was a condition, if that was still possible, if I just, maintain the hours so it's not disturbing.
Now is the time to put those conditions on, so we may need to amend our proposed motion a little bit more here, so,
Question.
oh, yes, please,
I
Jeff.
was just gonna ask if we have a set, we're still gonna want a set hour.
Exactly.
Okay, all right, well then, just forego that, and if I wanna do that, I'll
You can come back.
apply to you
Okay,
guys for that, okay? So we'll just not worry about that, right?
yes,
I will also
Sorry.
mention that your premise description does not have the use of alcohol outside of the brick building. So if you do come back in to amend, you could also amend at that time, but
Well, is that saying I can't have alcohol on the patio, that's part of the building?
So you write your own premise description, so it says large open building made of brick with antique ceiling, the large bar area with a large display area, included full basement where beer cooler is located and separate area for where liquor will be stored. Basement will also be where the office area will be located.
Right.
So you did not list the outside patio on your premise description.
Well,
You can amend it later, it comes back through public safety and licensing, but I just want you to be aware of that.
I maybe misinterpreted it, so will I be serving alcohol
Yeah.
outside, and you're gonna have to come inside to buy whatever beverage you're drinking. So I took that as serving, like having a little bar area out
Yeah,
there.
it's sales, service, consumption, and storage, so if the Department of Revenue ever comes to inspect and someone is outside on the patio drinking a beer, you get in trouble with the Department of Revenue.
Okay.
So we tell people wherever there's alcohol, right, whether you're storing it, serving it, people are drinking it.
Okay.
So I just want you to be aware
So
that
that's
that's
something
not,
I'll
so if
have
you're
to-
playing music outside, I assume you're probably looking to
Right,
do that,
that's
and
something
it's
I'll have
not.
to amend then, but at a later date.
And it's not a hard process, you can just come down to the clerk's office, I just want you to be aware that it's not in this initial
Right.
application.
thank you, City Attorney, followed by Alder Coe.
Yes, Tara, actually, he already amended that, so part of the amendment that he signed and submitted, that's also attached to the agenda, is a premise description. So the current premise description is actually the first floor of the building, basement storage, and back fenced-in patio area behind the building. So that is what his application is currently. So he did change that, he stated in there.
All right, you already amended it. Thank you.
Nope, that's a good
You
thing.
can drink outside, we're just, the music is the iffy part you have to come back for.
Right, so yeah, I'll just
Okay.
think about it.
Alder Coe?
Nope, that was gonna be, I was gonna see if we could amend it here, but it's already taken care of, so I'm good.
All right. So we have a motion, or actually, a motion made by Alder Jared. We need a second on that.
Second?
Okay, motion and a second. Read it back one more time, please, just to be sure we're all clear before we,
Do we have an hour on the outside music and patio?
Well, there's no music.
Good, yeah, that's not.
There's no music,
Yeah.
correct? Okay. A motion to approve a conditional license for 6 months in order to open, that the hours on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday be amended to 6 AM to 2 AM, that the doors will close at 10 PM to not allow music to filter outside, and that no patio music, speakers, or live band will be permitted.
all right.
Sounds good.
I'll second that one, Jeff, to be sure.
Second.
All right. We have a long motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
All right.
Aye,
Darn, motion carries, but City Attorney Aaron had something to say, and I didn't get her in time.
That's okay.
Please-
I just
please.
wanted to ask for a clarification. Is that no patio and no patio music and no live music at all, or no patio or any other live music on the patio? So the live music, is he allowed to have live music inside?
I'm hoping I could have music inside, that's why I applied for the dance hall permit, so I could have music and a place for people to dance and things like that.
Okay.
So I will
because-
have, from time to time, maybe not an every weekend thing, but now and then I like to be able to have a little live music inside.
So that is how the committee understood this, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, we understood it that way when we voted on it, City Attorney, so I think we're good.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so this goes before the City Council on
Monday.
Monday. Monday, that's right, I'm used to that. So if you're welcome to be there in case there's questions if you'd like, doesn't hurt.
Yeah, right, yeah, it wouldn't hurt to be there. What
Yep.
time is that council meeting?
It's at 7 o'clock.
They're gonna, I believe it might be moved to 6.
In this building?
In this building,
Yeah, it's the,
Next
common
door.
council.
yeah, so next door, check to be sure. We might be,
First office and see if it's 6.
it might be getting changed to 6 o'clock. They haven't told us that yet.
I'm sure.
Very good then. So public works office, don't expect an email,
Yeah,
it's Monday.
all right.
Still in, ladies?
Nope, I believe we're all set. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys, have a good day.
Appreciate it. All right, next item is communication, submitting application for a Class B retail fermented malt beverage and intoxicating liquor license for Douglas Bar, DBA Liquor Time, located at 1717 Douglas. And we have no one here to speak to this one tonight, correct?
The applicant did send an email about a family emergency and asked that the item, ask and request that it be deferred to an upcoming meeting.
Okay, we may do that, but we are going to, have some discussion about it, at least in the meantime. So the applicant isn't here tonight, but you're welcome to give your public comment. We're not gonna act upon it tonight, though, because the applicant couldn't make it tonight. So if anybody would like to give public comment that's on the list, if you could, we'll read off the names.
It'll be back at, it'll be back with us in 2 weeks.
We expect it to be back here in 2 weeks, as long as the applicant is back from their family emergency.
So like if we have a comment today, do we have to come back in 2 weeks or it will be considered?
We're happy to take your public comment at this point, if you'd like to tell us your feelings about it either way. We'll take that into consideration at the meeting in 2 weeks then.
Okay.
The committee I don't have anyone listed on the sign-up list. I can add them if the chair likes as they come up. I do have quite a few applicants who stopped into the clerk's office to fill out the for or against from the code red notification. I don't know if the committee would like me to read off those names or to hold that till the next one.
Let's do that in a moment here. Are you folks all basically together at this point? If you could speak on behalf of that group, we would appreciate that. And please give us your name then. Please give us your name.
Location, sorry.
Your name?
Yeah.
Can you spell that, sir?
Lokesh,
Okay, gotcha.
and the last name is Dasari, Dasari.
Thank you very much.
I'm the business owner on 3015 Rapids Drive, called Rapids Liquor Express.
I have you on the list, I got it, thank you.
Okay, and what is your input for us here today then?
All the business owners in the neighborhood, we all came together Friday, and we were talking at the clerk's office, because we already have too many businesses in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, like, trying to get another liquor store in the place only is gonna hurt everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And we never received any letters or anything about something, a business like this is coming, switching from a bar to a grocery store and a liquor store all in one
Mm-hmm.
spot.
Okay.
So that would affect everybody in the neighborhood. So
Okay.
all the business owners are willing to come and object.
Okay.
And say, hey, this is not right to help other businesses.
Okay. Yes, please, Jeff.
Are there any other, I appreciate your concerns. You're a ways away. Do you have any other people like Olympic Liquor? Yes, Olympic Liquor, somebody's there.
Okay.
Rivers.
Okay.
Liquor. And Niagara Pumpkin Pantry, he's the one right across the street. And there's the Citgo gas station, he mentioned that. So everybody in the neighborhood are coming forward to say, hey, why is this happening? You know, we're just being there for a long time and we're doing business, and all of a sudden somebody else is coming and taking over other people's business, you know?
There will be like 3 liquor store in 2 blocks.
And just right in that corner.
Liquor stores.
May I ask a question?
Yes, yes, please.
There's Olympic down, that's you? Yeah. And where, I just drove there, where's the other one?
Or, right,
1826 Douglas. 1826 Douglas is
It's
right in the corner of the gas station for the liquor store?
Okay.
and the Gus Carroll.
Douglas, yes. And, yeah, I will say, I guess for the record here, that I have heard from Gus's Gyros directly that they were concerned as well, so.
And then, they
I'm
have,
from, 2418 Douglas, right down the street. By Douglas Express Food Mart.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. As I said, we're not gonna really consider this formally likely until
yeah,
meeting here.
it was just like formal input, you know.
Yeah, we appreciate that. You don't need to come back next time. You're welcome to come back next time, however, but we've got the message at this point, so thank you very much for that.
So,
We appreciate it.
we really appreciate for you listening to us.
Absolutely, it's part of the process.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Sure.
Also, are there any concerns from, like the gentleman said, there are like 3 liquor stores in that area
Yeah,
too?
that's
Do we have any residents called in at all, or are any residents on there?
So I'd be more than happy to read this list off. I do not, I have one alder who wrote in about it.
Okay.
She said she has some businesses who reached out. I do not have any residents.
That's the alder of that district?
Yeah.
Correct, that is Alder Pat
Nobody
Pratt.
got the letter, you know, nobody got the letter.
Okay, hang on, guys. Hey, you got,
So they're not aware is what you're saying? Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
so
guys,
that,
you guys became aware of it, the neighbors are not aware of it?
Yeah.
It's your understanding?
so the code red goes out to everyone within a quarter mile of that location. So any residents within a quarter mile, which isn't extremely large. I don't have any residents, but like I said, I do have the alder of the district did send an email. I believe a few people reached out, and I do have the list of the business owners. I believe most who are here today are on this list,
Okay.
except for Gus Azero, who came into the clerk's office.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right. Thank you very much. We appreciate your coming out. All right, thank you for that. The code red was the phone calls then, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, further discussion right now.
Yep, no,
Just
no.
curious on the code red process, you say those are like automated phone calls?
Correct, they're automated phone calls that to go out to people within a certain.
Residents, not businesses, correct?
It goes out to whatever numbers are registered. So like City Hall actually got one for Maxine's. So like, even the clerk's office got a call from Code Red for Maxine's because they're within a quarter mile.
Okay.
So businesses as well as residents.
Is it just extremely inefficient or time-consuming or costly to do a mailing for something like that? 'Cause I imagine most people don't pay any attention to
I think it all depends on how big, how wide. But it does also take a while to figure out maps and things like that. We need to coordinate with a couple different departments in order to figure,
At this time, what you're doing is what you consider to be the best practice.
as of right now, yeah.
Thank you.
Alderco.
Just want to say, I think most of these go out to landlines also, which probably most people don't have. So just wanted to
Alright.
share that info.
Right, thank you. Let's take this opportunity while it's on our agenda to see if anybody has any request for further information that we can request of the applicant before they come in.
I did have a question because it's just kind of like, compared to the questions the application asked for, they're just like, oh, we have enough people to handle this, we have enough people. Kind of, I would like an idea of like, when they say they have enough people, what's in place? Like, how many people will they have at any given time, there? Because it just said we have enough people to handle the situation.
So get more specific on those kind of
Yeah.
responses? Okay.
So, sorry, just for
Oh,
clarification.
sorry, I can.
No, it's okay, I wanna make sure I'm
How many people
asking
will be
her.
on staff at any given time?
Yeah.
How many employees total and then how much at any given time?
Any given
Question?
time, yeah. How many, and be specific, separate the two, how many in the bar and how many in the, store?
Situation.
Okay. Attorney Arn, would you, I had requested of the attorney to clarify for me the difference between what Gus's Giros does and what these folks are asking. So she's done some research on that, and I would ask her to clarify that, and I have another question after that.
Sure. So Gus's Girls, I've never been there, but I have been informed that they also have a convenience store section along with the restaurant, and that they are also a Class B license. The applicant in this case is also applying for a Class B license. They're asking to operate a grocery store on the one side, along with a bar, so a combination of both. With a restaurant license, there's an exception for underage person on premises. So that concern for having an underage person looking at something, some alcohol that's for sale versus going to the restaurant, there's an exception in state law for that. With a combination of a grocery store and a tavern, even though it's permitted by law, there are a lot of concerns regarding underage persons on premises because there is no exception for the underage person to be in the bar area. There's only an exception for them to be in the grocery store area. So that's why these two situations are very different. If they had a restaurant license here, it would be a different story, but they don't. They're not proposing one.
Okay, thank you. Question? In thinking this through, how does this compare to Uncorked, who has a tasting area, we'll call it, and then they serve wine there as well? So is there any differentiation there?
I believe they have a Class C license, which allows them to operate a restaurant along with a sale of wine. So it's a different type of license. The last time I checked, I haven't looked in a while.
Sounds right to me, thank you. All right, do we want any other information in anticipation of seeing them in 2 weeks? We can get the clerk's office to solicit additional information.
I'm gonna have a hard time, put a grocery store in one and a bar in the other and have it totally separated. I'm gonna have a hard time having a communal space.
Yep, understood. They will be here to try to convince us that it's the right thing to do. So we will accept their input and make our decision then, all right? So with that, I believe we should simply have a motion to defer to our next meeting at this point.
Second.
All right, further discussion on the motion to defer? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Last item is the, police report, the police liaison report. Did everybody see the email that we do not have a report this month, and we will have a new officer that Sergeant Ortiz will be breaking in next time, and that he's our man on the, late shift after this then too, so we got a guy. All right, so a motion to receive and file is in order.
Motion to receive and file.
Second.
I'm gonna ask, Attorney New for any input she has before, your hand is up.
Sorry, not on this item, when you're done with this item.
We're done this item, the agenda's exhausted. But,
Yes. So I'll let you finish the motion and then I'm gonna ask you to go
okay,
minutes.
the meeting's
approval.
over.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Motion carries.
So,
Do we
Alderman
have-
McCarthy, I would
Oh,
ask for you to go
yeah.
back to the approval of the minutes. I raised my hand before, but I didn't get to you in time before it was approved.
From last session,
Yes,
minutes?
so the first item on this agenda, so the approval of the minutes for the last meeting.
Please tell us what you have to say on that. We'll consider that to be revisited for the moment.
So I noticed that on that agenda, and I did tell Aldred Caprarian this, unfortunately, she's not here. For item 0685-22, that would have been the call in for duties. The minutes has it recorded that the motion by the committee was to issue the formal expression concern, which is incorrect. So the committee issued the formal expression concern to Doobies when it decided to call Doobies in. At the last meeting, if I remember correctly, the committee voted to receive and file the item, which would keep the formal expression concern on the record and also require that Doobies attend a Good Neighbors meeting, which is not what the minutes currently reflect.
Let me clarify, and this is probably the clerk's office here then. When I looked at those minutes, they reflected a receive and file. Now, I went directly to those minutes on the city Legistar website and hit those minutes. So was that just a matter of timing where the links were?
Let me pull it up real quick. Whatever is online should be exactly how it is, but we can always take a look. Give me 1 second to try to load it.
And I did inform the city clerk's office of this on Monday, so it might have been fixed, but I haven't looked at it since. I didn't know if it had been changed or not.
On which day?
On Monday. I'm sorry.
Last Monday.
I'm sorry, Friday.
Okay.
And item are you under? 0685?
Yes.
Duties on- Yeah. Motion to receive it.
Motion by Alder Caprillion, seconded by Alder Coe, that this communication issue a formal expression of concern. So you wanted to say that it received and filed it?
I swear it said received and filed already.
So it should state, if I remember correctly, that the committee voted to receive and file the item and also require Doobies to attend a Good Neighbors meeting.
Yes.
Yes, it should state that.
I will go back and double check, the film, but yeah, we'll go from there.
So what's our best way to actually revisit that? Because we've already approved those minutes. Should, move to disapprove, should,
So normally well, you could just move to rescind the approval and then approve it with the stated amendment.
okay, all right, let's do that formally here then. Can I have a motion to rescind our earlier approval, just to be sure we've covered everything off here?
Rescind earlier approval of minutes.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Can we have a new motion then? Which would simply be to approve as amended as recommended by the city attorney. Alder Peterson makes that motion?
Oh, okay, yes. Motion to approve as amended per recommendations by the city attorney.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Alder probably just showed up. All in favor? Aye. All right, motion carries. We've exhausted our agenda. We are adjourned. Sorry, you can't count this as being here.
Perfect timing.
All right, thank you, everyone.
You're going to,
See everyone next time.
municipal